So did you blow Merv Griffin? Wow, we've got a full house for the 15-Minute Morning Show podcast. I'm joined with my husband, Alex, and America's Uncle Johnny.
Yay!
And there's Froggy, and there's Gandhi, and there's Danielle, and there's Scotty B, and there's Garrett, and there's Straight Nate, and there's Scotty, and, of course, in his den, the one and only Dave Brody. Hi, Dave Brody.
Good morning.
Hey, Dave.
Hi, Uncle Johnny.
So, with special guest Uncle Johnny here, you know it's going to get kind of crazy.
Yes.
Yep, can't wait.
Who wants to request a story from Uncle Johnny?
I mean, I have a request, but I don't know that I'm allowed to actually request it.
Why not?
Request
Well, I
it.
think
Now
you know
I'll let
what
you
my
know.
request is.
Merv Griffin.
Oh, the
It's
Merv
not the Merv
Griffin
Griffin
one, or
story.
do you
Oh,
want
okay.
the first time I had sex?
Oh.
Why
It's a whole
I'm
new
not-
story.
Why I'm a top.
Yes, that's the one I wanted, Uncle Johnny.
That's
Why you're
the
only
story
a
we
top.
need.
Why is first of all, to hear that you're a top is, for me, I find it very comedic.
Well, because I was pretty good when I was younger. You know, you saw the pictures. But
yeah,
I
you're a
was
fox.
always the top. But I finally met this person that said, not Uncle Johnny then, but Johnny, why don't you? I want to. Because I was always the top. He says, let me try giving it to you, sticking it in. And I
Yes.
said,
Hey, let it go, let it go.
I said, no, that's going to hurt. I don't like that. That hurts too much. They goes, no, John, you just relax. So I said, all right, I'll try. And they started to stick it in. And I said, wait a minute. No. I says, this hurts. It feels like I got to go to the bathroom. And they went, no, Johnny, you just feel like that. Just relax, and everything is going to be fine.
Oh, my gosh.
Well, I pooped all over them. So I said, that's it. And I got out, we cleaned everything up, and I said, that's never going to happen
Yes, Uncle Johnny, I love you.
But wait, I have a question.
again. Yes.
So,
Really?
so wait,
Really? What? There's a follow-up to that.
so since you were a top from then on, were you not afraid that if you did that to someone else, they would have that same reaction and poop all over you?
No, well, they never did, and they
Okay.
liked it.
Okay.
I just thought it was something with my poop hole that did that.
That's your Uncle Johnny.
Yay!
Hey, it looks
Yay,
like we're
Uncle
playing
Johnny.
Butthurt the game after all.
That's when I became a hooker.
Oh,
what?
yeah. That story
Yes,
was one of the
I-
first stories you ever told me, and I loved it so much I was cackling.
Oh yeah, no, I was what, the one when I was a hooker?
No, the story about why you're only a top. But I want to hear about the hooking,
Isn't the
too.
hooker story where Merv Griffin comes in?
No, that's where
Comes in
I
what?
had Judy Garland.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
I used to be her host. I used to bring her around to the bars and everything.
Judy Garland from The Wizard of Oz?
No, the
Yes.
other one, Scary.
No, there's only one.
How many times do
And
you
her
think
daughter
you?
lies.
I'm
one
just
from the
clarifying
NFL.
for people who don't know who Judy Garland
No.
is. That's all.
Right.
How many
A radio trick. Thanks, Brody.
Wait, how many, Uncle Johnny? How many times would you say you took her around? Like, would you hang out with her a lot?
Quite a few for about a month or so there, back in the early '60s.
Wow.
Yeah, and when she was living in Manhattan with Liza, and I was working at what was the name of the place? It's not Sylvia's. It was owned by Richard Burton's mother, Richard Burton's wife. What was her name?
Elizabeth
at the
Taylor?
time? Anyways, they had a restaurant, and it was her name, and they used to hang out there, and I was the doorman there.
Oh.
But that
not a
was
backdoor man.
that was a long time. And before that, when I was in L.A., I used to be with Liz Taylor.
What'd you do to her?
Oh, I was nothing. We went up. We used to. We got a little high, and her hairdresser was a very good friend of me and Charlie's, Charity, and we decided one night we said let's go to a movie. So we went. We were going out to a movie, and Charlie and I sitting in the back, and Liz has got her hand up on the chair, in the front, and we saw the diamond ring sitting there, and then boom, she pulled it off and said, "Here, try it on, kids." And I was wearing Liz's wig, but it didn't fit my little finger. It did.
That's how you met Elizabeth Taylor?
That's how I met Elizabeth.
Wow.
Wow.
That's so cool.
I'm realizing Johnny was like the original gay bestie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny, I want to hear more about your days as a bouncer, where you used to like crack people's heads and like used to like pull people out of the bar and like beat the hell out of them in an alley.
I can't believe
Because
you
I would never
did you
beat
crack
them
someone's-
up, but I would just get them out of the bar.
Would you crack someone over the head?
No, I would never. I never cracked anybody.
Well, yeah, but Johnny, I
But I
can't
was pretty
picture
rough.
you as, being like brute with using
I am.
force.
I'm pretty tough.
Johnny, use your voice. Use your voice.
How would you sound if you had to kick him out of the bar?
I can't. I can't.
You could curse.
Don't fuck with me, bro. Get over here. You fuck around, you're gonna get the fucking out of here. I kick your ass.
Threatening. I love it.
That's how I talk normally. What are you talking about?
I know. That comes out when I get really mad.
I don't think
worse
I've ever
things that
seen
could
you
come
that
out.
mad, have I?
No. Well, no, you haven't. No, you haven't.
You have, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's seen
What
me.
made Uncle
Wow.
Johnny really mad?
This is a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't remember, but I seen Uncle Johnny mad once.
They were fucking around with you or in a bar or something, or on the street, or somebody did something, and I said, "Don't you do that." I remember I just went up there and said, "Hey." Anyways, yeah, I could be pretty
Also-
tough if I want.
That time you didn't take him on your honeymoon.
That was a downer. All this work I did, and I never got to go on the honeymoon.
So
I
my
have a
question
question
to
for
Johnny is always: have you always talked like this?
What do you mean talk like this? I talk normal. He makes fun of me because I'm from Boston.
No, that's not what I'm making fun of. I mean, you do have.
And you talk.
I know you showed pictures of when you were in your 20s. I just can't imagine that voice coming out of a 20-year-old. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Totally.
Like your voice
That's
has
still,
evolved, obviously, over the years.
No, it's been the same.
That's
I
awesome.
don't. Well, I hear the same voice.
Right?
Uncle Johnny.
I wonder if you hear your own voice all the time in your head.
Uncle
your whole
Johnny,
life.
if you spoke in this voice as a bouncer, no one would leave the bar.
No.
Yeah.
Could
Really?
you please leave? I'm pissed. It wouldn't work.
I have a question for Uncle Johnny.
What?
Okay, so Uncle Johnny, you're 79 years old. You were born in 1942, right?
Yes.
You were born during World War II. Like, in the last 80 years since you've been alive, what has been the greatest change that you've noticed happen over the course of time? Has it been
that's good.
the internet? Has it been, I don't know, what to you has been the most marvelous invention or change
Oh,
during that time?
TV and the videos and all that stuff. Because we had a first TV on the block, and I remember it was black and white, and when you wanted color, you had to buy a screen that had 4 or 5 different color lines, and you'd stick it on there, and that's what you'd watch. But and then it started to get where you had a color TV come in, and then you had cassettes, and then there was the cable, and it was amazing how we jumped into the future. It was and I used to read the comics where they have the in space there. What were the old comics in? I forget the names.
The space comics?
They were funny. They were. I don't know. I'm old now. I forget. It was like 70 years ago.
Well, Johnny, what about changes in being gay in America?
Oh, well, I worked the Stonewall before the riots.
Right.
I was there
But
for
what
the
was
riots.
what was it like being a gay man or woman in the 1960s?
It was difficult because back then we'd stand and talk on a corner, and they'd come in to rescue just for no congregation of homosexuals, and
Wow.
they'd put you in jail for overnight and everything.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember when the reason I moved to New York was because when I went to my dad, and I said to my dad, he was like a little gangster. He had a vending machine company, cigarette vending machine company, and everything. And I said, Dad, I didn't want to shock him, so I said, Hey, Dad, I think I'm bisexual, because I figured that would be easier than saying gay, because you didn't say gay back then. And he looked at me, and his face turned, and he looked down, and he looked up again, and he looked at me, he said, That's all right, kid. I know a doctor. We could fix it. I moved to Manhattan the next 6 months later.
Wow.
And I've been here ever since.
And he lived on Gay Street.
Gay and Waverly.
Gay and Waverly in the village. I know, but
never saw that
back in those days, like Julius's, which is still a gay bar that's open.
Yeah.
Back then,
I worked there too.
if you walked in ordered a drink and you turned to your left and spoke to the guy next to you, you would be arrested.
Yes, absolutely.
So,
You
like,
would
I
be
have a
arrested.
question then, Uncle
Wow.
Johnny. Like, if people weren't allowed to be gay or like out, like, how did you know somebody was gay? Like, is there like, I mean, this sounds stupid.
Well,
and ignorant.
how
It was
did
like
you
a
know
s-
I
a
was
handshake.
gay?
Well, I don't know. I mean,
hello lady
I've always
part.
known you've been gay, but like, how did you know someone was gay and you could be interested in them?
I don't. Well, because back then, I don't know if you dressed up as a girl. There used to be drag queens and everything. You always had to have a piece of man's clothing on, or you did put you in jail also.
Wow, really?
Yeah, you had to have a piece of man's clothing on. It was very strange back then. People did not accept gayness. Was not accepted at all.
And you know, he has great stories about Fire Island and, of course, Cherry Grove, where he works, and we're going to have his
Yeah.
party in a few weeks. You know, you would be living your life here in the city, sometimes married with children, but you would catch the train every Friday, and you'd head out to Fire Island, and you could be with other people who were gay, who were not open in the city. So that's where the Fire Island
Yes, well,
story started.
actually, when I started in Fire Island, people came from all over the world. They used to come from Europe, everywhere, to come meet other gay people because it was a little gay community there, because it was illegal to be gay everywhere. And they used to come and raid us and do everything.
And tell them how the lesbians got invited.
What do you mean?
To dance.
Yeah, we had to bring one lesbian up because there had to be one girl with every 2 guys or 3 guys that would if you were dancing, you had to have at least a girl or 2 with you dancing on the floor, and the owner would be up there with his flashlight going, all right, we need a girl over here, we need a girl over here. And you had to have that because that was against the law then, if you couldn't, 2 guys could not dance together.
And then, when AIDS rolled through,
And that changed the whole demographic of the whole.
most of the guys on Fire Island died, so all the lesbians came in and bought all the houses.
They bought the houses, their family left to the families, and the lesbians bought them. And then we became a community of lesbians and gays. And then we became accepted on TV and everything, with Ellen DeGeneres coming on and coming out gay. And then before you know it, gay was accepted everywhere. And now we're an open community of an adult community, for everybody. Everybody's welcome, which is very good because it's easy now because people could come over and be comfortable with who they are.
And you have straight families coming over with their kids.
Well, not too many children come over. This is an adult community. They have other communities on the Grove that do have the children with them, but most of them. The children usually don't bring to the bars because there's too much language going on and loud music and drag queens and all sorts of things. But it's a whole different era, a whole different time now where everybody's accepted and it's fabulous.
Well, look at everything you've seen and you've been through. I think there's a book in there. What do you think?
Oh my gosh! Yes.
There's a Netflix miniseries.
But now with that, we're all here now. And I can't believe that we're going back to where it was years ago, where everybody should be accepted. Mm-hmm. Brown, yellow, Chinese, everybody. And it scares me that we're going back in time where everybody's got, they want their rights, and we all got our rights. We have the right to be here. We all love one another, and we're all one big, huge community. We should all love one another.
Yep.
I think that's what it should be for everybody.
Yep.
So did you blow Merv Griffin?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
But only for a few minutes, and I turned my back and then jerked him off with my hand.
And then he created Wheel of Fortune.
Yes, and we met his Jack, say Jack. Remember we went.
Pat Sajak.
Pat Sajak?
We went to you, and I told him I went to Pat after we were interviewed, and with Vanna White was there. You were being.
You told Pat Sajak that you blew Merv Griffin.
I went to Pat Sajak. I said
You gave him an O.
after we were off the air and everything, and we took the pictures and everything. I said, "Oh, by the way, Pat, you know, I went out. I used to date Merv," and he hooked at me. and He went, "Well, who hasn't?"
Wow.
There you go. Another day with America's uncle, Uncle Johnny.
Yeah, Uncle Johnny.
Are we taking you out for cocktails today?
No. Yes.
Yes, we're going to take him out for cocktails.
Alex is he's on a run here. He doesn't want to drink anymore.
Oh.
Well,
Really?
until
What?
noon.
Wait, what?
Since
That's
last
a
night?
Yeah, that's a new thing. Hold on.
Any more than he usually
Drinking
does?
wine with no alcohol.
I bought this wine from Amazon that contains no alcohol. So
Oh, wow.
I've been having a regular glass of red wine, and then the second glass is the non-alcoholic red wine.
Oh, okay. And then 3 martinis after that.
Made by Welch's.
All right, and there you go. A moment with Uncle Johnny.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Love you, Uncle Johnny.